you got to see Drake basically for free,
Mm-hmm.
and you boo him because you think someone who's wasn't even there. He's in Switzerland.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Dude, VR performance, or what is it? The hologram performance, like Tupac.
I was supposed to see the Hatsune Miku,
Hatsune Miku?
the
Oh
Hatsune
my
Miku one
God.
right when the pandemic hit.
They just put him on the like a big ass screen. Just put him on Discord.
Yeah, at that
Sync from
point,
his home.
So weird.
I know, without Lee.
It's weird. It really is
just
weird.
like, ew.
Like
you see, like fucking, like I don't know, like selfish, not selfish, but like entitled dicks. Like
sorta. I mean, I wouldn't think about it like that.
At least that's how I feel.
It's just weird. It's weird not having him like in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, because it's usually obviously the three of us. So there's always, you know what it is? There's always more noise when it's the three of us together.
Yeah. Because it's just like less of a. We just need more voices. That's it. Drown out the voices in our heads.
Okay.
All right.
I think we're solid.
Hmm?
I think we're solid.
Like my
Nothing's impossible. Huh?
Yeah.
I was just singing J. Cole and talking cock.
That's fun.
Watch the snakes because they watching you. Oh, baby, don't stop. Anyways,
Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a very strange half cup full, not Lee involved episode. It's episode 40.
No,
right?
it's 41.
41. It's
Yes.
episode 41.
Yeah.
Because we're missing one.
Oh.
Our little friend.
I hate you because I knew exactly what the fuck you were gonna say. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, guys, we mentioned last episode that Lee isn't gonna be here today, as you can tell. He's off having his own little adventure right now, so yeah. It's just us two, you're two fucking idiots out of the 2 out of 3. And hopefully we can try to carry the show.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode because we were just talking off the pod. We were talking about like how it was gonna be weird because it's like obviously there's obviously a missing body and we're not used to this. Like this is the first time we have to like adjust to things like that. But a conversation we had last time was like, well, you know, eventually it's gonna happen. Like life does. You know, we still live outside the box from this world. You know,
we're not full-time creators.
Yeah. If we were, I'd still have a life outside this box. But anyways, yeah, guys, just gonna jump right into it. For the ones who are new and the ones who've been here, my other co-host, because the other one's missing.
Jesus Christ.
It's Richard Scorpion and everything.
Miss you, Lee.
We miss you. I know he's
This comes out after. Hope you had fun. I guess.
Yeah. I know he's gonna look at this episode and be like, what were they saying? What were they talking about? Are they talking shit? I don't miss you. Stay away.
Move out there.
You chose them over us. Go away.
Start a podcast with
that. Oh man. Anyways, we hope you had a blast though. So when you see this episode, just know we missed you. You were for sure missed. But then we got over it and we started playing Valorant. So yeah. So it's like you never left.
Yeah.
Where is he right now? He's stuck. Is he still stuck out there?
No, he just got like.
He was just boarding, right?
He was just boarding his second flight. So.
Guys, pay attention to your flights, please.
Yeah, it was like a 5-hour layover, which I don't know. I guess
that's so stupid.
I don't know.
Not even it's not like he's flying internationally. Like he's staying in the States. Like how the fuck is there a 5-hour layover?
Honestly, from what I've seen, like flights like that are just so common nowadays. It's so stupid. I don't get it.
It is.
But then I think about it too, though. It's like, wasn't there a whole thing where there's like a pilot shortage or something?
Not that I know of.
From what I remember,
a pilot shortage.
Yeah, because this being a thing since like COVID or something, like just people don't want to fly planes because it's like, I don't know. I guess the fucking
getting exposed outside of like the U.S.
Well, that and just like in general, like just I don't know. Like there's just a lot of more people like trying to travel at this point. And I guess it's just like real conditions of like how it is. It's like it's really fucked up. Not to mention like all these people like companies canceling flights and shit like that. I don't know if they're still doing that, but I remember like fucking what was it, American Airlines just canceled.
It was
like,
American Airlines.
Fucking hundreds of flights and just oh my god, it was bad.
That was so weird.
Yeah, it was just bad. Cause like
I don't know how. Like how the fuck do you cancel people's flights? Like that sucks.
Yeah.
Like imagine you were flying because like you had to like get back home to your anniversary or like your fucking cousin's dying or some shit.
I was thinking about that right now. I was like thinking about it for Lee because he had his layover in Texas, and I was just like, again, it was for 5 hours, and I was just like, what the fuck do you do? Like, you really just sit at the airport that whole fucking time, and it's just like
you just hang out at the airport.
God damn it, dude. Like
I told myself if I have a layover anywhere, I'm just gonna fucking like I'm gonna step out of the place and go see some shit.
See, that's what
I
thought too. But then the little bit of anxiety gets to me where I'm like, what if I'm
late?
Yeah, what if I'm late and I'm stuck in Texas at that point or wherever the fuck, not in my home state, and I'm just like, oh fucking hell, now now I'm screwed. Realistically, I don't have the money to just be fucking buying willy-nilly flights to go back home,
running around and shit.
Yeah, but that, and then I was saying like, what happens if like you get that layover or whatever, but then it's just like, oh, your flight got canceled, and it's like now you're stuck out there for however long until they can get you. Well,
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say obviously you're stuck out there for however long, but it's like at that point, like fuck it.
Yeah. I know, but
luckily where he's going, he didn't have to like pay for a hotel, so he's like, "Fuck, this is a waste of time frame." It is a waste of time, which sucks.
I know.
But I also think like I think like where he not necessarily where he fucked up, but I think the miscommunication on himself was the time difference. That's what fucks a lot of people up. Is like it's a 5-hour layover, but it's a 5-hour layover to you, not technically to the time swap.
Right.
Because I think time changes obviously from here, Texas, and Michigan.
Yeah, well, because Texas is.
Oh,
central.
sorry. Did we say it? You can mute.
No, he said he said it.
Okay, yeah.
Texas is 2 hours ahead of us, and then Michigan, I guess, is East Coast. So
yeah, they're East Coast, so it's like 4 hours.
Fuck, America sucks. Like the education system sucks, so I can't remember the map, but I'm pretty sure Michigan is like far east, and that's East Coast, so that's an hour ahead of Texas.
Yeah. So he technically he had like in real time he had like a 2-hour delay because it's a 3-hour difference from here to them.
No, because when he told us that he was on the layover or whatever, that was at 2:00 his time over there. It was 12:00 here, and he said I had to wait 5 hours, which he did because he just told us like. That he's getting on the flight. This is the 5 hours after he sent us that.
Oh yeah,
message.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a sense, like what I mean is like in travel time, like the travel timing, that's they don't take accountability to. Oh, you're the one who's behind time, not us. Like we're on the schedule we said we were, because he's still gonna get there at the time they told him.
Yeah. Did you
like
know
that didn't change?
Did you know? I don't know if it's only international, maybe, but they actually can like bump your fucking flight time forward.
Yeah,
I didn't fucking know that, and
because of the time swaps.
No. But I'm saying like let's say right now you had a flight from LA to I don't know, just to say Vegas, and you had to get there at 8:00 or whatever the fuck. Like that's the time it says boarding or whatever the fuck. Apparently they can send you a message saying like, hey, your flight is now being boarded at 7 instead, but like only give you like maybe an hour or 2 hour heads up. So it's just like if you're not fucking well, yeah, but it's like if you're not prepared and you're thinking like to yourself like, oh, I could just land around for a little bit, you're fucked. Because like,
I think those type of things though is like for people who are like, and it's probably very common because it obviously it varies on the flights, but most people who are like just traveling in general, like for work, like they're traveling light, like a carry on in their bag, so they don't really have to like pack or anything like that, you know, or like go all crazy unless you're like a fucking maniac and you're partying it hard as fuck wherever you're at. So then everything's everywhere. Then you're fucked for sure.
True.
But if I got a text message and they're like, "Hey, your flight's in like an hour," I'll be like, "Well, throw everything in the luggage. Don't need to fold it. Just throw it in. We're out. I'm bouncing." Yeah, Yeah, I've heard of that, but they could also bump your time. You could actually miss your flight because of that type of thing.
So stupid.
But like people have gotten text messages while they're flying to that airport, and then they're like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I'd cry.
I'd be so upset.
I'd cry, dude. I'm like, well, I feel like at that point they kind of have to help you find another flight, or like,
they do
get you onto another flight. But it's like,
it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's like, oh man,
Yeah,
it's just fucking annoying. But whatever. Anyway.
Anyways, so a topic now that we're talking about traveling, because so many people travel to this fucking thing. For the ones who don't know, or the ones who do know, so Coachella Weekend 1 happened. From what I saw, from what I heard, and from what all the videos look like, not just on TikTok, but from like people that I personally know, it was a fucking disaster. Sets were running late. People were getting cut off short. Everything was just kind of chaotic, which, I mean, look, I get the extent of like, it's a big festival. There's hundreds and hundreds of people. There's all these things, but it's like, how do you hire a crew to take care of all the audio, the visuals, the stage? And I get it. It happens. Shit happens. Technology, you can't fully always rely on it because things happen. I'm sure Richard can atone to somebody who's played in front of people that things happen, right? But it happened at almost every set. Like people were getting cut off. You could see people singing nothing. The audio was out. The mics weren't working. The sounds and the stage visuals weren't fucking on. Like, it was a lot of fuck up, like a lot, like from beginning to end. So it makes you think, like, how do these multi-millionaire companies, because they're billionaires, like these companies make money. Like, guys, the shittiest tickets are about like $700, and that's just general admission. And that's what I mean shitty, because everything else is 2,000 plus, not including the ones with the villas, not including the ones with the shuttles, all the extra stuff that you quote unquote don't have to buy. Like, they make money. So to invite all these people, or to host, not invite, to host this big event that people look forward to year round, and have it fall into like the shambles that it was, into the fuckery that it is, like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and it definitely leaves people like, and don't get me wrong, it's not just Coachella, like all these other places have done it, but it's like, what do you do to make up for that? Like, you really can't.
I haven't heard anything about any other set except for Frank's, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but what's it called, like, as far as I knew, I mean, what's it called, everything else is just running sort of smoothly. I don't know, I didn't really see anything as far as like I said, like technical issues or whatever the hell it was.
There's a lot of audio technical issues, like, even like,
and I'm sure that happens in a lot of these fucking festivals.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, because I get it.
You know, it's just it's a lot of fucking equipment being moved around, because you realistically you have a whole lineup of like 50 plus bands sometimes.
Yeah.
And or acts or whatever. And it's just like, yeah, there's going to be some fuck ups. So, I don't know, like how long how long the delay was in like some sets? Cause I know like the longest one was like an hour. And, that was.
Well, okay. So Frank's was an hour.
Yes.
Frank's was an hour. I know that one. Kelly Uchis had some issues too, which was about like 20-30 minutes. There's a lot of audio issues when Blink played. A lot of audio issues, and that's not okay. So obviously I don't want to fully deep dive into it. Like, it's just those are just little examples of what I seen and heard. But obviously the main performer that people wanted to go to. People, don't get me wrong, everybody wanted to see all the other ones, because Becky G looks so good,
dude.
Becky G looks so good.
Wait,
she looks so good.
Didn't she like just break up with her like mans or something like that, or something happened? Like, I think he got caught cheating or some shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were engaged.
Yes, and he got caught cheating. I'm like, how do you fucking cheat on her? She's so hot.
Bro, men ain't shit.
Men ain't shit. Fuck you.
Men ain't shit.
All men do is
shit.
Shit and lie.
Bro, this man's ugly as fuck. I'm like, dude, like, you're ugly, like, you're bugly, like, ain't no way you got her like that. But he got her, and he put a ring on that shit, and then he cheats, and you get caught. And he didn't just cheat once. No, he cheated a bunch of times that night. Like there was different
Really?
women.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was like women on him at that club. But I'm like, dude. And then I see her. I'm like, you're so fine.
Mm-hmm. But
Yo, if you guys ever call me a munch, I'm a fucking munchkin when it comes to her. Cause
okay.
Becky G's duh, she's fine.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that. But yeah, like there's a lot of issues. But yeah, like the biggest attraction, the biggest fucking person that everybody wanted to see, because this is everybody. This is we're talking about people about from 6 years since the last time he performed. Everybody wanted to see the one that everyone's talking about, either on TikTok. That night, there was people like on live for like 2 hours, like kind of dissecting what happened.
Yeah.
So
I know like a lot of the details because of
3 to 4 things happen. Yeah, 3 to 4 things happen because I watched the live. I literally watched the live of the whole set. I spent like an hour watching that shit. Yeah, because I wanted to see it. I was like,
oh no, they didn't. TikTok live. Okay.
Someone on TikTok live like streamed the whole thing.
Yeah,
like he got the whole. He was in the VIP section, so he had Wi-Fi. So he recorded and screen shared the whole thing. So 4 things happened. The number 1 was it took a whole hour and 15 minutes for his set to start.
Okay.
His set was supposed to start at 10.
But do you know why?
At 11:15. They were having a bunch of audio issues. That's what they claimed.
Okay.
I don't know what the real thing is.
Okay.
Didn't he get hurt or something?
No,
that was after. That was the after part.
What else? Because I saw a whole thing and like, I guess like it's the official statement that's come out, but I'm not sure.
So that's one, right? So I'm just gonna go down from what I had seen and heard.
Yeah.
2, you weren't able to see it on the Coachella on TV at home. Makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. Like, why would he block this off for people? And I get it. Oh, like if you really wanted to see him, you should have paid a ticket for it.
Sure, but
what about the people who can't afford it? People wanted to see him, like, you know, like
Either
way, they streamed every set for the whole 2 days. They streamed every set.
Either way,
was it 2 days or 3 days? 3. They streamed all 3. His was the only set, the only one that they did not show.
Even if the argument is like, oh, you should have bought a ticket if you really wanted to see him. That's more money for Coachella or where the fuck is hosting the thing. Of course, they're gonna fucking sell virtual tickets if they really wanted to do the live stream type of thing. But anyway, So that's that, right? That's 2. 3rd one, the shit ended up being a watch party. Yeah.
Out of all the songs that he played, a listening party, all the songs he played, he only sang 2. 2 mixed versions of his song. They weren't even the full ones. He lip synced everything else, and then in one of the songs he was just chilling, like staring at people.
Yeah.
Like.
All right.
That's 3. And then 4, because of that shortened time, in the middle of one of his songs. I think it was like I don't even know what song it was. I think it was an original song, to be honest. Or he was singing some shit. I don't know what. But I'm gonna end 4.5. He spent like 20 minutes like giving a big ass speech, which I get why. His like unfortunately for the ones who follow Frank Ocean, his brother passed away and his brother meant everything to him. Like that was his world. So that fucked him up, and that's one of the reasons why he stopped performing and stuff like that. Like he talked about his time there. And things like that, like how his precious memories with his brother were at Coachella. Like they hated that place, but they loved it at the same time because that's where they bonded all the time. They had a great time together. So he spent like 20-30 minutes talking about that. But for the 4th reason is like in the middle of the song, he literally stopped singing. He said, "Hey guys, they told me curfew's up. That's it." He didn't even say bye. He's like, "That's it." They turned off all the lights and people were pissed. Like, what the fuck did we just witness? What happened? Like, what occurred?
So, I don't know if this is the official response, but this is everything that I heard and honestly makes a lot of sense, and I think is the thing that is the most truthful. So as far as him starting late, it's not so much technical issues. It's actually kind of on Frank. Frank apparently arrived late. Like an hour, like super stupid late. And upon arriving, apparently they were supposed to have this like skating thing. I think it was ice skating. Like it was supposed to be part of the show. Like he was supposed to be like in the middle of this shit, like while there's like this whole fucking routine going on or something. I don't know. But at the
You see
last
the security shaking ass?
yeah, but at the last minute, Frank pulled the plug on that, and he said, "I don't want this anymore." So, stage production had to fucking haul ass
Scatter.
to
Yeah.
get rid of it and wait for the ice to melt and shit like that. That's also what fucking made it take so long. Is like to get everything fucking ready to basically get something out of this at least, like make it into something that like a stage that he can actually perform on or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, as far as streaming it, apparently it was also his idea. He didn't want it to
Yeah.
be streamed. Again, who fucking
Yeah,
knows
I know
what
that.
realistically why? Everybody's speculating that it's just how he is because realistically Frank is just always been kind of known as not really like a performer. This is like a reoccurring theme that I'm gonna mention. Is like Frank is not a performer.
He's not.
He's a fucking musician, like
He's an artist.
writer. He's great at it, sure, but definitely
Yeah.
not a performer, at least live. So that was that. He again, yeah, you mentioned it. He came out and realistically only sang like maybe 3 or 4 songs. The
Oh no,
rest
it's confirmed there was only 2.
the rest of them were fucking lip sync or what's it called? He just had like guest performers come on and just do their shit while he just kind of like stood to the side and
He literally was sitting on the ground watching them perform. Like,
and again, I'll get to it later. And then curfew. Apparently Coachella is known for having a really strict curfew because
Yeah.
if you go over it, you get fined. I think it's like $1,000 a minute that you go over,
damn.
or some shit like that. And I know that they had to pay. Coachella actually had to pay a bunch of I think it was like 15 grand or more. I'm pretty sure it was more, but a lot of fucking money because they did go over curfew a little bit. And what's it called? So they cut him off because realistically they didn't want to spend the money, but on top of that it was going to be charged to the artist, and Frank was just like, no, fuck that, I don't want to pay it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I know, makes sense in a way, but it's just like none of that shit would have happened had he had been on time. So
Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of people's takes on this where it's like, on one hand, you can't really blame people for getting mad that that shit show went on, because
Yeah.
realistically, like, Frank had a bit of, and any fucking performer, any artist or whatever the fuck, you have an obligation, especially if you're contracted for something as huge as Coachella, and you have and if you take it, because realistically nobody, or I guess at the end of it he was kind of forced to because of contract obligations, but you could have always refused that contract. And
Yeah.
Whatever, you have an obligation to at least like put on a show for your fans out there that spent fucking hundreds if not thousands of dollars to see you
Yeah.
and support you, as well as people who like literally flew out from other fucking states or even the country to come see your ass. And it's like at that point that's just super unprofessional. It's like you basically did this whole like fucking wasted their time on top of making Coachella look bad.
Yeah.
And also kind of like fucking over your crew or whoever the fuck
Your-
it is that's
yeah.
helping you out. But
Like
anyway,
that, like it just leaves a bad taste in like fan base.
yeah,
Like,
because like realistically at this point it's like, okay, well now that's just gonna be forever known as like why you should probably never go to a Frank concert, because at this point there's no guarantee that that's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
So again, that's his fault, something that he should take accountability for. The other thing though is because, like, saying that I said it, he isn't a performer. He's a musician, writer. And that's fine. Like, you should just take that and not try to do anything else with it. Like, if you're just really good at fucking writing music, which he is, then just do that. You don't have to perform live. You don't have to go out and try to make a big spectacle about it. Like, just do that. Like, you'll get your bag. And I'm sure people will understand. obviously people will be upset because they, have seeing your favorite artist live is like definitely
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're not comfortable to that point where you're just gonna disappoint fans, or like, you're just gonna be super out of it, I just don't even do it. So he's just not a performer, so people should be understanding that already, because it's been 6 years since he fucking last performed.
And that last performance apparently was good from what people said. Like he put on a show, he put on a whole thing. Like it was like people still to this day put up that video and be like, "Where's this Frank Ocean?" Because this like it looked like he wanted to be there.
Yeah, but then you also have to take account of, or you have to take into measure his brother passing, like you said.
Yeah, of course.
That shit happened. I think in 2020, like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not that long. It happened. It did fuck with him. It fucked him a lot.
Right.
And then fast forward, that's weekend 1, right? Shitfest.
Right.
About maybe like what time is it? 6. About 2 hours ago, Coachella announced that Frank Ocean officially dropped out of weekend 2.
Yeah.
Due to a fracture and sprains on his leg.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Okay.
So he apparently fractured and sprained his leg. They didn't say where, they didn't say how. They just said he did that. He put out a statement saying it was chaotic. There's beauty in chaos. It isn't what I intended to show, but I did enjoy being here. And I'll see you soon. Coachella followed up with an update. Blink-182 will now fill in Sunday's night headliner position.
Oh shit.
People are furious.
Of course they are.
They're not even pissed. They're furious.
Of course they are, and they should be.
It's like I get it. Whatever, you dropped out. It is what it is. Like, dude, there's people who are already out here because of him. Like people who came out here. Like it's like there's just too much scandal behind an artist. And this also falls, and I do want to point something that people were pointing out. A lot of people were pointing out that we didn't touch upon. It also falls a lot on his fan base.
Oh, for sure.
Because now, not only did he unintentionally or intentionally make you guys look really stupid, but now you look stupid trying to defend somebody like this. It's like, it just shows like, yo, like, whether he does or he doesn't care, whether he does it to show face or not show face, there's too much hype. You guys put this man on such a high pedestal that when you didn't get what you thought would have been the greatest fucking night of your life because he hasn't made music or performed in over 6 years now. That happens, and now you're just like, oh, like, let me defend him. It's because of this, because of that. Like, no, dude, like, you need to stop putting these people on this horse that's non-existent, because it's super unprofessional to show up an hour. How are you to show up to something so big like Coachella?
Yeah,
people dream to be there. Artists who want upcoming or are already out and never been invited dream to be there because they know what that bag is.
So,
and go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, it's just putting unrealistic expectations on him.
Yeah.
And
Look what happened to fucking Camp Flog. I experienced it firsthand. They booed one of the #1 artists because people in their godforsaken mind made up the theory that Tyler the Creator was supposed to bring Frank Ocean on stage. He never once announced it. It was never once rumored. It wasn't even fucking hinted. People just said, "Oh, he's gonna be there," because he tweeted some shit that had nothing to do with Camp Flog. Tyler went on his way to invite this person, goes on Twitter that same night and says, "Fuck all of y'all. You guys embarrassed me. As my fan base, you embarrassed me because you booed off one of my favorite artists."
It was Drake, by the way. You didn't mention.
Yeah. For the ones who don't know, it was Drake. Like,
which, opinions aside of Drake, because I don't like him all that much. But that's just me. I'm sure, a bunch of people.
I love Drake, dude.
Yeah, but you can't deny the dude is fucking huge. That man has like so many fucking hits, so much popularity on him. So it's just like, to have, especially at the time, what was this, like 2018,
2020? This is 2020. No,
it was
the year before the pandemic.
2019.
2019.
Okay, so, this was probably like height of fucking Drake at that time. It was just like,
Yeah,
that man was doing so much. Like
he had just dropped, I think the last album he had dropped was Views.
Yeah. So at the height of this man's career, it's just like he's insanely popular. And obviously, like, I have a feeling that a bunch of those people that booed were in some way or another.
Oh, they were
fans.
young. They were the younger crowd. It was a young crowd. It was the youngest crowd too.
I was gonna say, in some way or another, they're probably still fans of Drake.
Yeah.
But because it's not Frank, somebody that they've idolized to the point, because it's like, for me, the closest thing would be like Daft Punk, because Daft Punk just at the time would just never perform live anymore.
Yeah.
And the fucking barely made music anymore. But it's just like that one small sliver of hope where it's just like, they're gonna perform. Every fucking Coachella, you're just like, they're gonna come out for this, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. And then when it turns out it's not, obviously there's that big disappointing factor to it. So
yeah.
For this, it's just like, or for Drake, it was just like, you're just the face of like disappointment at that point, and then you're just like, that's fucked up.
Yeah, no, he like legit got booed off a stage. Like, he said, he literally said, if you guys want me to stay here and rock with you, we'll rock past curfew.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't care. He's like, he's like, I'm talking to you, Tyler. I don't care. He's like, we'll rock it till later.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, let me hear. He was like, Ken Flog, let me hear what you want to say. Everyone, there was a shit, like, you can hear, and it's funny because it was all the front crowd. Like, literally the
people that were camping out since the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's all the younger crowd, and it realistically all the younger crowd.
Yeah.
Because you can hear everybody singing the Drake songs in the back where I was at. We were like, I was like dead smack in the middle of like everything. Like, we were centered. I could see him, I could see the stage, and I can see everything behind me. Like, thousands of, like, an ocean of people. All you hear is boo. He was like, yo, much love. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful night. Gone. They turned off all the lights, and people were like, what the fuck? Like, they started chanting, like, bring Frank. It's like, how delusional are you that you booed off such a high performer for a ticket? Dude, these tickets are like $300.
Oh, for Flog. Got it.
For Flog. They're like 300. They're like they're like 350. For a 2-day with a shit ton of good performances all around, because it's not just hip hop. There's a bunch of other performances. There's all sorts of like genres there, because Tyler's known for his amount of genre that he enjoys himself. And you got to see Drake basically for free, and you boo him because you think someone who's wasn't even there. He was in fucking Switzerland.
Was he really?
Yeah. He was in Switzerland.
Dude, VR performance, or what is the hologram performance, like Tupac. That's all you need. I
was supposed to see that. I was supposed to see the Hatsune Miku one right when the pandemic hit.
They just fucking put him on the like a big ass screen. Just put him on Discord. Fucking
at that point,
from his home.
At that point, but holy shit. Yeah, so obviously people are pissed, people are disappointed. Yeah. There's a lot of backlash right now happening to Coachella. A lot of backlash, like, and it sucks because now it's like Blink-182 is gonna get so much. They're gonna get dogged for this. They're gonna get fucking rolled on the mud for this, because their performance for week 1, dude, people were so mean. Like, they are so mean, and I get it. I get the memes. I get the bullshit behind it. And sorry that we're running on this. It's just, it's such a big deal, guys. Like, it's such a big thing.
Really big news, to be honest. It's
yeah, like, and it's happening now, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah, they got dogged, and a lot of people are like, yo, you guys are assholes. Like, Tom survived cancer. Like,
did he?
Like, he survived. He had cancer. I forgot what kind of cancer he had, but he survived. He survived cancer, and he came up and he came to stage. Like, I think he had just like got cleared, like maybe not even long ago from that. But they're like, yo, he sounds like shit. It's like, no, assholes, like, he's old, and their tempo's just so much slower. Like, they're not
20-year-olds anymore. They're just fucking, punk sounding or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Pop punk.
It's like, I get it's funny listening to them talk dumb shit, Like they were talking shit on stage, and apparently, like there was a lot of like backlash to them about that because like some shit they said.
Yeah.
I forgot what they said, but they had said something, and people were like, "Ah, whatever." But yeah, like it's just, I guess what I'm trying to say is like that crowd. Everybody in all the videos and all the comments are like, "Yo, this crowd isn't it this year."
Yeah, I've heard.
It's just all the young generation that
It's
don't
not even
listen
that.
to anybody.
So I've heard so much about it, like the bad stuff about it at this point. One, it's stupid expensive.
Yeah.
We tried to get tickets, and we could have actually fucking gone.
Yeah, glad we didn't.
It was like $600 for just general or general ticket just to get there. That's not including hotel. That's not including if we really wanted to camp out or some bullshit. Mm-hmm. And that's an added. If we got a hotel or Airbnb, that's probably an added $800, if not higher, because they mark up their prices like crazy for those weekends. Or if we wanted to camp, that's like another fucking $200, I think, added. I don't know. Point is, it's stupid expensive just to get there. Once you get there, food is dumb expensive. I saw a TikTok of like this chick that bought two iced coffees, and I think it was like what were they? 2 burritos. $60 in total.
God damn.
$60 in total for what realistically should be costing like $8.
$13.
Well, $8 each, maybe. So it's stupid expensive, and then everyone's just saying like, dude, like Coachella it's not what it used to be. It's literally it's a festival for influencers / famous people, because realistically only they can afford to actually have a good experience. And you know, if it's something goes downhill, what do they care? They can always go to the next one, or they can always just fucking fly out to wherever it is that is hosting.
You know who had a great performance with no issues? Bad Bunny.
I don't.
Apparently his set was spot on. Hey, shout out to him. He brought out Post Malone.
He talked. Oh, did he?
He brought up Post Malone. He brought up Posty.
He talked about fucking his whole shit about, like, he talked shit to the fans, and I'm so glad he did, because he was just
about
like,
what?
He was like, well, because like the whole fucking Kendall Jenner bullshit, obviously. Still, he kind of addressed it, basically saying like, hey, like, he said it all in Spanish, but he was just like, hey, like, you guys don't know me just off of social media and blah blah blah, and like, you can't realistically, you can never know famous people like that, because we only choose to show you what we want.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he's stepping back, like he's going back on some of his statements that he said and shit like that. And it's like, whether he does or not, that's him. People fucking grow. Who cares? But either way, it's like, why are you idolizing someone like that anyway? In the first place, he's like he's saying,
where you want to control his relationship, like,
and it's like he's saying, you don't fucking know him. Who cares?
Yeah.
Fucking listen to his music, watch him perform. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't need to be idolizing, like, and I know it's like all of these kind of fucked up to say, but it's like all of these jealous girls who delusional thought that they had a chance.
Yeah.
Just because he happened to date a normie for a while. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's not.
And now she wants half.
And honestly, she's probably gonna get it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. By the way, I'm coughing.
Yeah.
My mom's fucking.
She's fucking chilly.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. Oh,
Hispanic household,
my
guys.
throat is dry as hell right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd seen it. Yeah, he brought up Post Malone. Dude, Posty's he's so adorable. Like he was dancing to one of his songs after basically Bad Bunny was like, and he addressed this too after he was like, guys, like, I wasn't trying to kick him out, like we were just making jokes, like I was making jokes, like people are like, oh, like he's trying to kick out Post Malone, like telling him get the fuck off my stage, because he was like, oh, like you can leave now, but he kept telling him in Spanish, and Posty was like, yeah. And like he gets on his bike and starts singing a song, and like they like panel to him, like he's like on the original part of his side of the stage where he came out, and he's just sitting there, he's just like like waving at him, and like he just starts, dude, like he's on stage and he just starts doing the most white boy dance ever. People are like, yo, is he using again? But it's like, dude, you look at him, I'm like,
vibing, bro.
He's just having a good time, like no beer. He was drinking a Red Bull, like chilling, having a great time. He played he played for him in the acoustic La Canción.
Oh, okay.
He played that song for him with him, and then like they did that for like a second, and then like Bad Bunny asked him like, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" And he was like, just chilling. Like the man had no idea. Like he does not know any Spanish.
Who cares, bro?
Like eventually he was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna dip. Like I'm gonna do my own thing. But it's like, dude, like, and that was probably like the only good thing I saw about, besides Caliucci's performance and fucking Becky G's performances. Like,
you know who else? Like, I'm really fucking sad that I didn't go just because of it. Knocked Loose. It was like only band that I wanted to watch, or like that I was just like, oh, that'd be dope.
Did you see videos?
I saw videos, and this dude got a whole bunch of fucking flower dress, like little fucking Gen Zers to fucking circle pit, and that shit looked so dope. I was just like somehow in the span of their set, which is like I don't even know how long, like 30 minutes to an hour. Or
they're like 30 minutes,
yeah. This man got the whole fucking, or like this band got the whole fucking crowd to just headbang and just start moshing, and it was so good. I was like,
yeah, it looked good. It looked cool.
Yeah,
it looked cool because people were like, yo, how are these little, like, all these flower boys gonna end up doing this shit, you know?
I was like, good for you, good shit. I was like, man, I wish I was there for that. I do. That
would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, guys, Coachella's a fucking mess happening right now. There's way too much shit happening off that. Other news, now that we're talking about entertainment, this happened a few weeks ago, but I don't even think we touched on it. E3 completely canceled their entire thing.
Yeah, I didn't.
So
I don't know
for you gamers on our side of the community, E3 officially put an announcement saying that they canceled their thing due to the fact being that so many companies like pushed out. And honestly, realistically, like they didn't have anything to show. Like they basically said, we have nothing to show you guys because there's a lot of things that aren't done. A lot of companies don't have demos ready.
Yeah.
A lot of companies weren't going to be there because they're hosting their own thing.
Yeah.
So they said, hey, you know what? We're going to take a step back and kind of fix this up. The people who make, I forgot what convention they help on, but E3 hired them to do it for them too, which was supposed to be really pretty and really nice, like a lot of more interaction, a lot of more visuals. It doesn't look just like a press conference. It actually looks like where people can be a convention. Like I forgot which one. I'll look into it and we'll put it somewhere. But yeah, so they officially canceled. To be fair, guys, for us who've been gaming and if you guys are watching, you're big gamers, you've understood that E3's been and has been going downhill for a very long time. They opened the door to their public in the most unrealistic way. Their tickets were overly expensive, and it's just more because people just didn't, you know?
Yeah.
It's
for people who don't know, E3 is a gaming convention / press conference where they just show like a bunch of new games that are coming out or whatever it is.
All the new consoles.
So like, you know, gaming developers, companies, whatever, they go and partner up with them to showcase their stuff. But realistically, it's just getting to like, this was made like forever ago, before like, you know, most modern day social media, where you can just get information like that off of Twitter or TikTok, where I think realistically you're just gonna get a lot more eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
But so it's not surprising to me that they just fucking shut it down. At least for this year.
They did announce they'll be back next year.
Yeah.
They said they'll be back next year.
At least for this year, because I think the main thing too was like, I think Sony had pulled out like forever ago too, because they were doing their
Sony
own
pulled out about 3 years ago.
Yeah, they were doing their own press conferences and stuff like that.
Bethesda pulled out.
I think Nintendo was probably on the verge too, because I know they have their whole like their own thing now. So it's just like,
I think the only ones who were there was just
Xbox and a bunch of indie companies. So
yeah,
it's just,
which realistically people aren't fully, they're there for that, but they're not fully there for that.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But I don't know I think they just had to lean more towards not so much press conference, but more like I get, you know, like the convention thing that you're saying. If they really want to stay doing that.
Yeah, I forgot which one it is. It's one of the better ones though. The one I think it's one of the expos, to be honest. I forgot, but they're known for like visually being like present to people. Like they spend a shit ton of money on these people for that.
I don't know that.
And but they mentioned that they were gonna continue the partnership with them for the next year.
Okay.
And like, to be honest, I think about it, I'm like, good. I'm glad they finally. It sucks because obviously people's jobs,
Yeah.
if you don't work, you don't get paid, But I'm glad they took us a year back because I think E3 as a company, because E3 it's an actual company.
Yeah.
They are realizing that the industry has had a big shift. There's a big shift in gaming. There's a big shift in how things are announced and how things are produced.
Yeah.
And it's like eventually the way that it was isn't anymore. So they're like, okay, cool. We should probably switch this up because we're not getting as much interaction.
Yeah.
And obviously this is why all these other companies are pulling out, because they're realizing if we do it the way people are asking us, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
But if we don't, what's the point of us being there?
Yeah. Oh, it is what it is. But I mean, like I said, at this point, it sucks for the people that work there, but for us gamers, it's just like whatever. We'll get our news somewhere. Our little trailers here and there from fucking Twitch, somebody live streaming it.
We'll get Skate 4 someday.
Skate 4 someday.
Someday.
Who makes Skate 4?
Someday Skate.
Or Skate?
Because
I was like, would that come out of the Bethesda thing?
I think it was EA.
Ew, never mind.
One day, guys, we'll get Skate 4. I remember there's the whole meme of a few years ago was like Skate 4, Skate 4. Like nobody gave a fuck about anything else.
No, I'm tripping. I was like, didn't they announce it at some point?
No, they talked about it.
I think
they mentioned that there's something that's in development, right, but they're not gonna say if it's Skate or not.
God damn it.
And then they showed some sort of trailer, but they're like, we don't know if this is Skate 4. So it's like, wow. But yeah, guys, it's been a busy week for us. Obviously, I mean, I know we weren't gonna talk about it. I'll mention it. Why not? So,
sure.
To bring you guys reel you back into the real world, I think the most interesting thing that happened to me this week. I went to go pick up my mom from the airport yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, it's so easy to like not pay attention on the road. I'll tell you this before I even mention it. Pay attention to the fucking road. I got fucking rear-ended on the carpool lane.
Terrible.
The carpool lane. The person who hit me didn't even have anybody in the car with them.
Nope.
It's insane. It's insane.
Oh,
it's
wait,
like,
your
dude,
mom was there with you?
I had just picked her up.
Fuck.
I looked at my mom.
Shit.
I was like, "Welcome back to LA." Like,
oh,
like,
shit.
welcome back home. Yeah. So luckily, no one was hurt. It was more of a scare to my little sister, my mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I got hit. No injuries. Nothing crazy. Obviously, the car's being taken care of. I got out of it scratch free, thank God. No airbags were deployed. I was still able to drive my car back all the way home, looking the way it looked. But it is what it is. Like is
it bad? Like bad? Like crushed in, or is it just like you see the dents and shit?
Oh, you can see the dents.
Okay.
Yeah, right. You can see the dents. It's the trunk. The trunk's crushed in.
God damn.
Like the bottom. The way she hit me was the full left hand side.
Oh.
It was all of the lefts, and she fucked up my light. She fucked up my brake light, and she fucked up my. She slammed into it. It was an SUV.
I'm just like,
and I'm like, dude,
fuck?
You know what the shitty part is? That like, so there was traffic. By the time my mom got out from LAX, there was a lot of traffic. We caught the traffic jam. I wasn't even moving.
Mm-hmm.
There was a car in front of me, and he stopped, and he drove slowly. And right when I was gonna let go of the gas, I have such a habit of looking in my mirrors all the time.
Yeah.
That I literally saw this person speeding, and I'm like, she's gonna hit me.
Yeah.
I was like, you literally watch it, and I see her slam. You can hear her brake screech, and just boom, boom. I was like, fuck. I didn't get out mad. I didn't get out cussing. I'm not gonna road rage. I'm like, my mom's here.
Yeah.
My little sister's in the car. Like, I'm not trying to cause a scene. Like, it's just not happening. But my God.
How old was the person? Well,
older than my dad.
God damn it, dude.
My dad was born in 67. She's 64. Is born in 64.
So what is that, like 40?
No, 50. She's like 56, 57.
54. So she's 50. Yeah, 57, 58. Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, dude,
I thought because she was driving, like, I think you said a Lexus or some shit like that.
she's driving a Lexus.
So my head was just like, and especially because you said that she was on the phone, I was like, oh, okay, so like fucking young shitter.
No. No, she's just an older person. And I think she was on her way to work.
Oh my. God damn,
Yeah, go
dude.
figure.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, damn. So yeah, we pulled over. Like, she was like, "Are you okay? Everyone in your car okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's okay." I was like, let's just take care of this. Like, I need that." So she's like, "I'm not trying to dodge you." Like, she's like, "Let's just like get out of the carpool lane. Let's go over here." She's like, "Here's my ID. Here's my insurance. Like, let's just drive over there." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
But without getting into the boring details, guys, just pay attention to the road. Be safe about it, because holy shit, in an instant, so much shit can happen.
Oh.
I'm not even mad that I got hit. I'm mad that I got hit in my new car. Like, I take care of her. But I mean, obviously, for the ones who are curious, yes, I got an estimate. Yes, I'm getting it all taken care of. Everything's being handled properly. Yeah, if anything like this happens, guys, like, don't get crazy. Don't try to like fight people on the road. Like, so much crazy shit's been happening this week with people getting into the wrong cars, people just being in the wrong place, wrong time.
People being stupid.
And it sucks.
Man.
You get,
bro.
like, did you see the video on the internet that's going around, and it was on TikTok? I mean, obviously, it started off TikTok. There's a girl who got in, I think it was in Texas. She smacked into two cars, gets out of her car,
Oh
unscratched,
yes,
runs
I saw
out,
this.
and then someone is like, "Yo, you need a ride?" And she like runs up. He's like, "I'm just fucking with you." And she like runs. He's like, "Yo, why are you running away?"
Jesus Christ, man! Don't be stupid.
Like, guys, if you, yeah, like, dude, like
first
that's,
of all,
that's a felony.
yes, that is a felony. That's the dumbest shit you could ever do. For anybody listening right now, if you ever happen to get in an accident, don't even think about running. You will more than likely get caught. And it's just like, that's just, you're making it in 10 times worse for yourself, and you know, whatever. But yeah, I saw the video of her running away first, and the guy like saying like, "Hey, you need a ride?"
There's a
She's
girl.
like, "Really?" And the guy's like, "No, I'm fucking with you," or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And she's just running away. I saw that one first with no context, and I was just like,
yeah, I did
what
too. I
happened?
was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
And then I was scrolling by
a few swipes,
and then I was just like, you see the crash and her getting out and then starting to run, and the whole thing.
Dude,
I was like,
it's always made me. It always makes me laugh, because then you go into the comments, you're like, "Yo, I just saw the video before this. Like, what the fuck? This adds in." It's crazy how much people really do record like something that happens, and it's like you can get something funny, and then it's like, "Oh, this is really what happened," and then it just mashes so well together, because it's like, dude, like, the internet's such a funny place.
I saw one similar like that. It was this girl, or hold on, it was this construction worker, and he's saying like, oh, he basically went out, and somebody had stolen one of the traffic cones that I guess that they had left out or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, like, okay, whatever, it is what it is." The next day he came back and the cone was back, but it was painted to be Patrick from fucking SpongeBob, like Patrick Star. It was like his head, face, whatever.
No way.
Yes, and it was just like, who the fuck did this? Blah blah blah. A few swipes and you just see it. Some girls like. Like, some construction workers left the cone out in front of my house. I'm gonna go take it, and she took it, and then you see her like, "I think I'm gonna paint it," and she just brings out all the paints and shows her like painting the Patrick on it, and she just puts it back, and it's just so fucking funny. It's like,
that's funny.
Oh my god, man, the internet's
the algorithm's insane for that.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna add on really quick of the whole "don't be stupid." Which is like, I saw this story and I was like, I just want to get your reaction. So, okay, so it was about this dude. I guess he works for, what the fuck does he work for? He works for like the fucking, what is it? The Air Force or some shit like that. And the dude, apparently he has a kid, or a kid is on the way, and for whatever the fuck reason, he needs money, basically.
Okay.
So, what does he do? Instead of going out and like being like, you know, I don't know, Uber driver, or just getting a second job. Which, first of all, it's fucked up that they're not paying him enough already, as it is. The man goes on to the internet and finds a site called hireahitman.com or some shit like that, or hitmanforhire.com, some shit like that. Clearly a joke website. Like the whole thing just indicates that it's a fucking joke, that it's not supposed to be taken seriously. They have a part where it says, "Do you want to be a hitman? Sign up." This man signs up, puts in his whole fucking resume of like all the shit that he's done. He's like, oh, fucking 30 whatever the fuck it is confirmed kills in blah blah blah, like the Air Force or whatever. He has his whole fucking resume. He submits it. The guys that run the website immediately thought it was a joke because they get them all the time, because again, joke website, people think it's like nothing to think about it. This man keeps following up for like a week or some shit, like a week straight, and
he's like, why haven't they called me? I'm overqualified.
Yeah, basically. And the guys were just like, I don't think this guy's joking anymore. So the guys that run the website contacted the FBI because they're like, hey, like, you know, this is weird.
What do we do?
Yeah. So the FBI plans a sting operation where they tell him, hey, you can meet us over here and we'll talk details, essentially.
Yeah.
So they take him and they tell him like, oh, take out this, like, this is your target, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck, and we'll pay you $5,000, or whatever it is. Like basically going over details of the job, and they were like, "Do you have any questions?" And the guy was just like, "Yeah, do you need pictures of the body?" Like as confirmation. My God. And as soon as that was said, it's just like, all right, we got him. Fucking agents just come out, arrest the dude, and it's just like, don't be dumb.
Yo, first of all, the level of desperation you have to go to turn to be like, yo, I'm gonna start committing crimes because it pays fat. Like, you gotta be really stupid for one.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I was like, bro, what in the fucking black market scheme shit is that?
It's like, but yeah, I mean, like, the main point that is just like, one, again, why isn't he being paid enough, considering that he's part of the fucking Army or Air Force, whatever the fuck it is?
They don't get paid shit, bro.
That sucks. At that point, it's just like, what the fuck are you even there for? Second, like, just, come on, man. Why are people so stupid? And this is coming after the whole fucking leaks or some shit that happened over Discord because of...
Oh my god, the guy who got called a cuck?
Yes! So... do you know like all the details or no?
Yeah, I literally watched the videos about it. Like people, like obviously people started like putting satire into it, but like it was, long story short, because it's a long one. This guy's on fucking a random ass Discord where people share games and shit, and then he basically comes out and is like, he wants to be alpha so bad, but he ends up being the biggest beta of them all. He comes out and who does he work for? He just works for the Secret Intelligence, no?
No, some like army shit. I don't know exactly, but
yeah, he basically, like, long story short, he gets called out and they're like, "Oh, you're a liar." Like, they word for word, they're like, "You're a cuck." Like they dead ass called him a cuck.
You know, okay, so the worst part, it was a Minecraft server.
It was a Minecraft server.
It was a Minecraft server, and this man wanted clout so bad that he was just like, "Aha, I work for the army," and then they're like, "No, you don't. Shut up, you stupid cuck," or whatever the fuck. So what does this man do? He doubles down and fucking reveals national secrets about
like blueprints of weapons and shit like that. Like literally leaks
locations of like secret agents or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was like
of bases and shit.
What the fuck are you All for approval from a fucking 13-year-old on Discord.
I remember he worked as an IT for the army.
Yes, that's what
he was in
IT.
Yes. He was in IT because he had special and he had just gotten his access. By the way, he got special access to obviously like confidential documents because you work for the government, like you know, and this man literally burned himself out. Minutes later, he gets arrested, and now he's literally facing like close to a life sentence just because he wanted clout on the internet.
The shit that made it funny to me, it was just like that the government was like looking all over like deep web shit or whatever, all of these fucking sites, like where did the leak come from, blah blah blah, and it's just some fucking dumbass Minecraft server with a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Discord server with like a shit ton of fucking kids. Like this man literally started leaking actual national information that could harm us.
So you link that with this idiot who fucking falls for a fake hitman site. It's just like
common sense is
not common, but also why the fuck isn't our army personnel being better educated on how to not do dumb shit on the internet?
Like, bro, imagine how bad this man's ego was hurt to be called a cuck from a 13-year-old. And he's like, oh yeah? I'll show you I'm not a cuck.
Oh my god. And
people deadass are like, hey yo, like you can't post this here. Like what the fuck? Yeah, but God. Basically now, so people are like trying to find out when his trial's gonna be, because all those messages are supposed to come out in the trial as evidence. So Christ. Like the 13-year-old's message is supposed to come up where it's like, you got called a cuck, yes or no?
Jesus Christ.
So, man, we live in a very, very interesting world where people's egos get the best of them in all sense.
Life lesson: don't be stupid.
Don't be a cuck.
Think a little extra hard when it comes to some stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like your jobs, the importance of your job. Like.
Oh my god.
But guys, that being said, we are at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Well. Main part.
What?
Of the main part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're reaching close to the end. Better said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man. I honestly don't have. I don't have any. It's hella weird, guys. It's hella weird because we don't have Mr. Chu. Mr. Chu.
Yeah.
So we might do it for you. I don't know yet.
I'm not. I'm saying
I'll do it for you.
Wow.
I'll do it for you. Psych. I know, cuck. Just kidding, we love you. Oh man, if I had to leave with any final remarks after what's gone on, is just, I don't know how many times we've said this, dude. Guys, have a little common sense. The internet's a funny place. It's a weird place. It's a dangerous place.
Mm-hmm.
Too many rabbit holes. Too many egotistic kids. It's just a lot of shit, man. But it's like, fuck. There's always somebody with a camera who's gonna capture it and make it the funniest shit of the day. Like, it could either be the most shittiest thing or like a highlight of your day.
We're all gonna laugh at you.
If I had to recommend anything, educate yourself on internet usage and watch the show Beef, by the way.
What is that?
God.
I've heard stuff.
I finished. Lee compared it to Shameless after watching the last few episodes. It's actually pretty good. Like it gets fucked up really fast.
But I'm saying, like, what is it? Is it just like a sitcom? What is it?
So there's some. It's kind of like a sitcom drama type of thing. Basically, the premises is, two people fall into road rage on the first episode, and that creates a chain reaction of a bunch of things happening, and all these things are happening, and it's affecting people around them, them themselves, and the realization that, hey, we're just really two shitty fucking people who could have let this go, and our lives would have been at where our lives are at. Like they end up fucked up. Like everything's
effect, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah. But good show. It's 10 episodes. Yeah, it's good. It's honestly a good show. Like Netflix pulled out a banger on that one. I enjoyed it. The end credit songs of every single episode, I was like, yo, this is dope. I was like, I like this. Like at some point, I think they dropped Self-Esteem. And I was like, yo, I haven't heard this song in forever. I was like, holy shit.
God damn.
Like they had put it and it worked, and it worked with how it ended, and I was like, hey, the writers are good for this.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, but
The writers popped off.
they popped off. But yeah, good ass show. Definitely good show. If you guys haven't watched the latest episodes of Demon Slayer, I know we're gonna be talking about that. We'll eventually start talking about it. We'll give you guys a few weeks before we like break down where we're at halfway through it. So if you haven't watched it, and if you don't watch it and you get spoiled, that's on you.
It's just saying the first episode.
Oh, that it was a hook. I see that shit. I was like hooked.
And for a lot of reasons.
For two big reasons.
Yeah. Actually, 3 if you count the one that's on the back.
That's 4.
Oh, you're right. That's it.
That's it. Shit. Music. Do I have anything to recommend today? I probably don't, but if I did have to recommend anything, Stay High by Childish Gambino. It's an old song. But man, is it a feel good song. I was like, yo, I haven't heard this song in a minute.
With Brittany Howard?
Yeah.
I don't know what's Childish Gambino all that much, to be honest.
Childish Gambino makes good music. No matter what this man touches, he's made good music. Fast forward to like 40 seconds.
Talented.
It's crazy that this is his voice.
Dude, you know what?
This is his actual voice.
Apparently, everybody doubted him with Redbone because
they thought it was all auto-tuned.
They thought it was just pitched up. But then he performed it live. I forget where. I think it was Jimmy Fallon. I could be wrong, but he performed it.
SNL.
Oh yeah. He performed it live, and it was just like, wait, he can actually do it. Like that's his voice. It's like,
yeah. That's an artist.
So good.
And he can perform. I don't think I've seen him live.
Like, talented as motherfucker.
Yeah.
Music, performing,
movies,
acting. I think he's
he's also a screenwriter.
Yeah, screenwriter. Yeah. That man do it all.
Yeah, that man's talented. He's talented. But yeah, if I'm gonna leave you guys with a song, I only want to leave you with a song. Stay High.
That's for Lee, which he's
gonna be high.
He's in Michigan during 420. His fucking national holiday, bro.
Jesus Christ. Dude, I haven't celebrated that shit since I was like 16.
Jesus. Anyway.
But anyways, Richard, take it off.
Right. So I don't know. I don't really have much to add really. So last bit of well, actually let's go with music first. Music, I don't really have much either because I don't know, I just didn't really hear anything that caught my attention. But I will recommend I listened to Fascination Street by The Cure. I've been obsessed with it again. Fucking Cure's such a good band, but that song I was like, I forgot how good this fucking song is.
Yeah.
Fascination Street. But another song that I was like, oh, this is a good one too. This one's more surf rock, I guess I would say it. Which is weird because it's called Motor Breath by Sad Girl.
Motor Breath
by Sad Girl. This band, I saw them at what is it called?
Not Motorsport by Migos?
No, Motor Breath by Sad Girl. I saw them at, oh my god, what the fuck was that?
Oh, hey, shout out to fucking to Diplo.
Why?
Because during his set on Coachella, he played a whole tribute to Offset.
Oh, that's dope.
Like he had mixed 2 of the songs that basically it's the lyrics that we never thought a song we never thought we needed. Fucking banged, and it was like his entire visual it's a black screen and it's just Offset like this in a corner, like that's in a very nice photo, and I was like, that's fucking dope. Like it was such a nice thing. Yeah,
shout out to him. What was that fucking festival that I went to, Steve? The Spanish one? I forget the fucking name.
Bésame Mucho?
No. Whatever it was called before. Whatever. I saw him at a festival. Sad Girl. This is who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Yeah, I saw them there, and it's funny because they literally every single other song is just like slow, kind of like lovey-dovey ballad shit. But then they played this one, Motor Breath, and it was just so out of nowhere, and it's so hype. Like honestly, I don't know what the fuck. It's like the only song in their entire discography that's just like this, and I was like, okay, fuck.
That's funny.
Bangs. So, yeah.
I like it.
It's like it gives you the like I said, surf rock shit, and then
yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, listen to that. As far as like,
I'll leave. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say as far as parting words, just don't be stupid. Just think a little extra hard, and don't idolize celebrities.
They don't care about you.
They don't care, realistically.
I mean, they might care to an extent because you guys are the reason why you brought them there, but they don't care about you.
You just, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll leave a final remark for Lee because Lee, by the time you watch this, you better have heard it. The Kill Bill song by SZA that just came out with Doja Cat.
Doja, I heard her verse and I was like,
good.
Oh shit.
Good song.
Mm-hmm.
Good song.
Good song already.
She played the villain of the song, so
yeah.
Good song.
Kill Bill already was a fucking great song.
But yeah. You add we need a Doja on that
add
shit.
Doja on that is just so good. But anyway.
Anyways, guys, thanks for lending us your ear. I know it's a strange episode. We promise Lee will be back on the next one. If you guys don't want him, just let us know.
Oh yeah, hopefully we did a good job, just us two. So
yeah, hopefully we did the due diligence of carrying on the torch without Lee for the episode.
Realistically, this won't happen all that often. It was just a fucking more than likely a one-off. Why the fuck are the dogs barking? Anyway, this is probably just a one-off that you know. Well, if anything, maybe one of us will be missing for an episode just because life is unpredictable and, you know, we'll see what happens.
Shit happens, so we don't know. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We love you. Like, subscribe, all the above. You already know we are out every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for all our socials, including the one who's not here. All the links are at the bottom. And yeah, guys, have a great rest of your week. Be safe. Wear a hat. It's gonna be a little hot this week. We said fuck spring, going straight into summer. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and yeah, peace.
Later. I like how it took a couple seconds and I was so close to stopping the recording. It took like second guess of like, should I do it?
I'm gonna double down and do it.
All right, for real. Bye.
Peace.